Hello, and welcome to Khyber Shards, a 5th edition actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Casey, what happened last time?
I would love to tell you. We went on a walk away from the heist that we just committed. Well, one of us walked, one of us ran through sludge, and one of us flew on a winged panther. You know, they're all the same.
You know.
And we made it to the ship's cat, decided to go hand off the treasure so it's no longer in our possession. We ran into the White Raven and Emerald Claw, and he offered us to not fight for the low price of the location of an evil vampire sword, and we agreed to that with no regrets, with many regrets later. Headed towards Lady Omarin. Coolly walked past as she was being confronted about the theft. Met her at the Church of the Silver Flame. Pog had a lovely conversation with the Flame, and then a lovely conversation with the priestess, who thought it was super cool that he has an echo and is a ghost guardian, which he found out he is. And then we passed off the dragon scale, and now we're headed home.
Indeed so.
Yes. Those are the things that happened.
Those are the things that happened.
'Twas an episode.
So it is well past midnight at this point, as you come in sight of the island, floating above Stormreach, where you live. So are we going to bed? Do we have things we need to deal with beforehand?
Probably to Thora.
I'm gonna debrief Thora.
Let her know what her day has tomorrow, because
Right.
she's getting sought out.
It's true. Sure.
So, to Thora's office. Kick down the door. We need to talk. No.
She would not appreciate that. That's not a good plan.
Thora's not in her office because it's like 1 a.m.
But she works all the time.
She sleeps.
What kind of NPC is this to not be in the location we travel to them for?
Thora, we're home.
We play it like Cyberpunk and just sit in a chair and wait till she wakes
It's got a
up.
day-night cycle, so
Yeah.
during the...
We just short rested and I'm full HP, so I'm just going to sit in her office and wait till she's done eating breakfast in the morning and comes out. Should we wait? Should we wake her? Or
We should she should know before. No, we shouldn't wake her. That's not. I don't think she would appreciate that.
Yeah, probably not. Probably go to bed and just wake up early enough to tell her before her meetings. So,
Yeah, that makes.
Is anyone awake in the house?
No, doesn't seem to be.
I'm going to go take a bath. Thank you for mostly cleaning me, but I still think I smell. So, good night.
Good night, buddy.
I'll
Good
see
night.
y'all in the morning.
Yep. Good night, Shade.
Good night.
Good. Yeah. Bye.
As you all come upstairs, you
Natural
find
couple,
Thora
Rondo.
in the sitting area
Ah.
on the upstairs,
I thought you were
sitting
asleep.
with a cup of tea.
Hello.
Why would I
Hang
be
on,
asleep?
let me tell the others.
Just
that
waiting to
you're-
hear what happened.
We went to your office and you weren't there, but yeah. Okay.
That's true.
Well, when I think of you in your office, and so I forget that you go other places too.
It is very weird to see you here.
Ari's just gonna sit down.
How did things go?
I would say 90% good. From a practical mechanical standpoint, item has been delivered to Lady Omarin. She seems happy with the job as it was done, and insofar as we can tell, it can't be traced back to us except for the Emerald Claw.
She's coming to talk to you tomorrow.
Well,
Why can it only be traced back to you by the Emerald Claw?
Well, they intercepted us. I think the White Raven's raven spotted and followed me as I was leaving the district, and the White Raven and some Emerald Claw goons intercepted us as we were on our way to deliver the item and made us an offer that we accepted and then kept walking.
But he's going to support you now.
Yeah. He's going to back off whoever his candidate was against you. So
That seems good, although I know it with
It
trepidation
does seem good, right?
that you sort of glossed over the nature of the offer.
he wanted to know, you remember the sword, the capital S
Aye.
sword,
Yes,
that we
I remember the sword.
sent to the Archfey. He wanted to know where the sword was, so told him it was with an Archfey. I told him which Archfey also. Doesn't seem like it's something they could really act on, but even if they can, it's an Archfey.
Well, we'll hope that it's not.
Yep.
Does that work?
When you can't do anything about something, as we can't in this case, as I have no way of causing him to unknow something that he knows. Since I can't do anything about that, and I can't undo anyone he's told, not having the capacity to remove all witnesses to the event, I don't have any way of reversing what's been done. And since I can't do anything about it, I'm going to hope that nothing bad comes of it.
So no.
Like that line
Okay.
of thinking.
Yeah.
By all visual accounts, Varen Lassite was the one that stole the amulet, which is why I made the comment about Lassite. Probably
Right,
won't
I see.
last very long, but yeah.
Well, at least it's not you. And apparently the only people who knew it was you aren't planning to sell you
Rat us
out.
Yeah.
So
For now.
that's possibly true. It depends on a large number of variables. Bainar thinks of himself as a bit of a gentleman, so he might hold his word as binding. But I don't know who all he would tell and what they'll do with the information.
But based on the way Omerin spoke, it sounds like it's going to be a lot of back and forth. She called it dueling, but pettiness between her and Amanatu over this whole thing moving forward. So just, I don't know how different that is from a normal day, but it's probably going to escalate.
Well, we'll see what form that escalation takes. But in the meantime, it sounds as though you accomplished the task with minimal risks, and that is a job well done.
Thanks.
And now I will
What?
go to bed.
And need anything tomorrow? Good? Or
I am going to need to speak to some Stormlords myself. I hope that will go well. I think, thanks to you, I have a good understanding of what they're expecting. And so it'll be a matter of making sure that those expectations aren't more than we're willing to give.
I don't know if it'll work, but from an Amanatu standpoint, he asked for Steeljack and the Steel Watch, and we got them the meeting, so I don't know if that'll make him at least a little bit amenable to you supporting you, but yeah.
I think that having Amaran's support loses us Aminatus.
Okay.
So I
Also,
don't
he doesn't look
especially...
great.
What do you mean?
when we stole the amulet, then he looked bad.
Interesting.
That's what I said, but I don't think Lady Amnatu. No, Amnatu. No, Omarin. Yes. In my head, it was wrong. Kept saying it. She kept playing off that it wasn't the amulet, but I'm pretty sure it was the amulet.
Same.
Right? Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder if he's been using an illusion to disguise his aging, or if the amulet was more than that. Well,
I mean, I did hit him
probably
with some thunder when I teleported, so it might have been. Yeah.
Well, I suppose we're unlikely to get an opportunity to examine the amulet for its magical properties, so probably another of the things that we can't really do anything about. And
We'll just hope nothing bad happens.
So just hope. Yep.
Alrighty.
I mean, it's either hope nothing bad happens or sit around dreading a bad thing that might happen.
Yes.
That's kind of how I hope about things.
That's not hoping.
That's dreading.
Oh.
It's different.
The opposite.
I understand the temptation to sit around dreading, but it's not what you'd call healthy in the long run. That might be a deeper conversation than the middle of the night.
Speaking of which, have you ever heard of a ghost guardian?
In the context of what?
Like what it is?
The Silver Flame, I think.
Okay, well, I just wanted to know what she knew.
Oh, sorry.
never heard
I
that.
was just trying to provide context. My bad. I'll shut up. I'll be.
I don't know that term, and not in the context of the Silver Flame. But I know I don't. If it has something to do with the Silver Flame, then someone at the church might be able to tell you more, or it might be some piece of old lore that Arlo or Professor Finkel that's been hanging around here might know more about. I don't know.
You also got a whole library. There might be something in there.
It could be something in the library.
I figured I'd ask before.
It's not
you
something
tried
I've come across.
today.
Have you tried talking to the ghost, Spog? Like sitting down and talking to him?
No, but we haven't really had any alone time since I found this out.
No, I mean like in the past before. I was just curious.
I've talked to him, but never like asked him questions about if they want to tell me anything, or thought about it until I found out what it was.
Okay. Well, maybe that can be a bath time activity.
I'm going to bed.
Same.
Laura
Good
stands
night.
up with her tea and walks towards her bedroom.
I don't know how she puts up with us. Oh my God.
Good night, everybody.
Slim Pickens.
That's true. Good night.
Good night.
You all go to bed and have a long rest.
Yay.
Take a long rest along with my short rest.
Next morning comes bright and cheerful.
Ari goes down, helps make breakfast.
Pog never did dismiss the echo, and so as your statement was, it would be there until dismissed. It's going to be in the room. And as I wake up and scruff the ocelot good morning before he heads out onto my balcony and off to his day, I'll tell it good morning and then turn to the echo. I am so sorry. I forgot to send you home last night. I'm so sorry. And as he prepares to gesture at it, you can't talk, right? You don't speak, do you? I never thought about it until you probably heard last night because Ari was asking, and I feel extra rude for not ever asking. But you don't. Do you want? You don't.
The echo leans forward, the hood drooped low over the face. We can understand you.
Again, very sorry I didn't send you home last night. I hope that was not rude. You must be so tired.
No.
Oh. I was not ready for this. What should I call you when I'm talking about you or talking like now? Who are you?
We are many, have been many guardians, warriors, priests, servants of the flame.
So can I call you Minnie?
If you wish.
Thank you for all of the times you have helped and saved me or my friends, and helped us do the good things I think we're doing. Why are you with me, Minnie?
One of those we were. Holds to you. To guard and guide. Was a ghost guardian as well.
They knew me, or were a friend that died, or is that how you become a Minnie?
Those who are bound to the flame, when our time on this earth concludes, our souls are joined to the binding flame, strengthening, aiding those who adhere to the flame. One that we once were holds a task unfinished.
Who
To guard and guide you.
who is the one?
We do not keep our names, our singular self. We become a part of the flame.
So am I bound to the flame now?
Bound to the flame is choice. The flame only binds by force the greater evils that would take this world for their own. Mortals are not bound by the flame, but may bind themselves to it. Some heroes become a conduit and voice through which the flame speaks.
What do you need from me, Minnie? Am I supposed to let you go from watching me somehow, or am I doing something that you're watching me till, or are we going to be hanging out until I'm dead?
We will guard and guide you. You will serve the light.
Okay. I'm doing that now, right? I've been. Good is
We are
complicated.
not judge. Good is defending those that cannot. Good is stopping those who would oppress.
I think I can check on both of those. I think those are check marks so far.
We do not judge. We are not judge. The flame, should you fall from light, you will not be able to reach the flame, and we will not reach you.
Okay. Does it hurt when you get hit helping me? Because I really don't want to hurt you, because it doesn't sound like you signed up for this, and it just makes me like, it doesn't hurt you, does it?
One that was us chose this. We are beyond pain.
Okay. Whoever that one was, I am grateful that you're watching And to the rest of you, we really thank you for all of the helpings. You've been very important. And I'm sorry I didn't send you home to not sleep. Thank you.
What we do is what we are. We now are the flame.
Okay. It has been a minute. I need to go and check on my friends, and thank you. Thank you. And as he looks up, we'll just think, how do I end this? And that will be the dismissal. And
Okay.
they'll just kind of evaporate. Oh,
Just
I think I did that on guys. And he's gonna go downstairs to see them and tell them, assuming they're both there, whoever's down there.
Did you talk to
Yep.
them?
Guys, I have to tell you what Minnie just told me.
Who?
And then proceeds to recap the entire conversation that was just had. So
Many.
that's
Sounds like you said mini, like little.
Minnie. What are you saying? Doesn't matter. So that's I don't know
amazing.
I don't know who that could be. Who's bound to me? Who is choosing me? How do I don't know.
Do you know anyone that followed the Silver Flame?
You guys are all the people I know.
And I don't.
Ah. Same. I like my gods to get weird. Well, that's
Yeah.
awesome, Pog. Something.
I hope so. We'll find out. Boy.
Did I tell you all that I talked to a skull? I can't remember if we covered that. I talked to
I
a
don't
skull.
think so.
Like the dead soul within the skull spoke to me through the skull, which was weird. Yeah, so.
Did
That's
you
the
do
thing.
that on purpose?
Gross.
No, but I think I can in the future. I think
this
it was just
isn't-
something.
This isn't like the statue. This was a skull, not the statue in the office.
Yes. Finkel had a skull talking to the kids about speaking with the dead, and then I did it. And
Wait.
I think it's yeah.
Go ahead. I didn't know the kids were looking at skulls. Explains a lot about them.
But I think it's an extension of, you know, how like I could hear people in their own heads, like I could start hearing people's thoughts. Then I could hear Cal and talk to Cal, and now I can hear the dead. So it's like my weird brain stuff is getting weirder.
Did
Anyway.
the skull have anything interesting to say?
I didn't really ask it much because I was so freaked out by the fact that it was talking to me. So,
Yeah.
to be perfectly honest. But in the future, maybe. So,
the skull. I think you mean Caladoc, son of Maravik, third warlord of the Hellbeast tribe.
we didn't exchange
No, I'm pretty sure he
pleasantries.
said the skull. Minnie, we're talking right now. We're getting weird these days. Things are getting strange for us.
Yeah.
Y'all are very
Welcome
strange.
to tier 3 of D&D.
I have ghosts.
Gets weird.
Ari has skulls, and Shade has plants.
Yeah. We can all talk to stuff.
My thing is seemingly less weird than y'all's thing.
Okay.
The things that you've talked to have been weirder than the things that we have talked to be fair.
That's true. Thanks. Yeah, that makes me feel better.
I mean, do you all have anything that you're wanting to do today? I feel like for the first time in a long time, we don't have anything super pressing happening.
Speaking of plants, we should see if we could talk to River.
Yeah.
The tree's grown. We've slept.
Sure.
Seems like a good time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Pog grabs a handful of bacon. Heads out the door
Grabs his
with
coffee.
I'm just, every now and again, I contemplate what a handful of bacon would mean. Like
It's a
how
bouquet.
many strips of bacon it would take to make a handful.
I will answer your question with a question. How many are left on the plate? Because that's the answer.
Although,
with Pog in the house, you're cooking at a minimum of a pound at a time, right? Like it's in a giant skillet.
Ari has modified how he cooks it. It's considerably less crispy now to handle the manhandling by Pog, because it used to be crispy bacon that would just crumble in his grabbing gestures. So now
Well,
it's
it was
slightly
slowing
soft
Cal
bacon is
down
not good.
because he was eating all of the
That's the best
crumbs.
kind of bacon.
No,
Soft.
bacon needs to be crispy.
Yes.
Soft bacon is not good.
I like
Floppy bacon is better than burnt bacon.
truth.
All right,
Stand by it.
Truth.
viewers of YouTube, comments, take sides. Floppy
Let us
bacon
know
or
if you're
soft
right
or crispy
Or agree
bacon.
with Philip.
I don't believe that was the binary case he presented. It was floppy bacon or burnt bacon.
Well, that's
Still a very fair divide.
So off to the grove.
Off to a silver tree.
okay. You come out of the house and down the steps, and travel through the grove. And on the far edge of the grove, overlooking the city, there is now a very large silver tree with purplish blue leaves.
That's gorgeous.
That's a really lovely tree.
Yeah.
It is very, very big from when we put it in there.
Yes, this is a tree of mature height.
That is
The big old tree.
If it continues to grow at that rate,
We won't be
are we
floating
in
anymore.
trouble? Right. Yes. Yeah.
I'm sure it just gets to like its mature height and then stays there. Like, I don't think it'll continue. to
We're
expand.
hoping.
Right. Hoping. That's
Yes.
right. Because we can't do anything about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could. I mean, I'm not saying this is an option, but we could chop the tree down. Like
I'm
that's
so
that's
glad
Ari.
that you said it wasn't an option before you said it.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if a bad thing were happening because the tree was growing too big, we could try to cut it down.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Not this tree. I just said a tree, a hypothetical tree.
Okay. Yeah. So we just try, because River said we could talk to it, not that I specifically could talk to her. So do we just try without the plant speaking spell first?
Do you think she
Right?
was listening right now? Did she hear Ari say he was going to cut down her tree?
I think we would know if she heard that.
That's true. River, can you hear us if we talk to the tree?
To the tree.
By the way, Ari is relishing the day off vibes that he's trying to cultivate. So he has his coffee and like his robe and like house slippers on out here in the
Full
grove.
big
like,
Lebowski mode.
yeah. Just like not prepared
The
for any
dude
form of
abides.
combat or adventuring. Just, it's my Saturday.
Noted.
I'm going to, yeah.
Ari's AC is
Tommy
10.
attacks.
Good to know.
The tree whips at him.
Nothing happens when you just speak to the tree. You might recall that River is not the one who gave you the fruit from which this tree grew.
I don't, unless she's
I do
ignoring
not.
us.
Ari
I
would
don't
not
think that's
True,
working.
you don't remember that.
Why isn't it working, gang?
Well, Ari, if we knew, we would have tried something different in the first place.
Okay, rude. I was just.
I don't know what to tell you.
Somebody's getting decaf tomorrow when the coffee gets made.
Maybe.
That would make it worse. I've never talked
real.
to a tree. That's not true. I've never talked to someone through a tree, is what I meant to say. Is that true?
I think so.
I think that's true.
You've gone
Maybe
through
you
a
could-
tree to talk to someone.
I have gone through a tree to talk. Yeah, that's true.
Well, the Forest Queen told us we could use the tree to communicate. So maybe you could ask the tree how we use it to communicate.
Ari goes up and touches the tree, like puts a palm on it while he takes a sip of
You have never been more
Very
aware of a
forward.
living tree than you are when you touch this tree.
coffee. That
like,
feels
it-
weird.
It's the difference between laying your hand on a marble statue and laying your hand on a person.
Ari's hand like recoils, like
Whoa.
there's something weird about this tree.
Awesome about this.
Hello,
Right.
tree? Ari reaches out telepathically to the tree. Hello?
Okay. So I guess we try this spell first then. No, not
Sure.
first. Second, third.
Whatever we're on.
Shade would like to right.
Can't go
Shade will
worse.
guessed. I know. I'm so worried we've offended this tree. We're gonna talk to it and they'd be like, "Excuse you."
It's gonna throw us triceratops at us.
All right. Speak with plants.
For a moment, nothing immediately happens, and then you all hear from the tree. Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello?
keeper.
Hello.
Just wanted to say hi. We're actually not adventuring today, so we thought of you and wanted to see how you were.
I am well. My grove is very nice.
Glad.
There are many things hiding in it.
Fun things?
Things that need to hide.
Okay, good.
Have you made some friends?
I think so.
That's excellent.
The fairy you left here is still here.
Is
Oh.
that good?
Yes, she has been very
Great.
helpful.
That's Thistle, Ari. That's who we were telling you about.
Okay. Sorry I wasn't there to help, River.
She and I made a deal. She
Oh,
flies
no.
around and watches for things that might try to enter the borders of my grove. And I have given her new abilities.
Oh,
Okay.
That sounds like a good deal.
I think so.
Those don't happen very often.
Hey, River, quick question. Sorry, bit of like work talk. Do you have any way to communicate with other like archfey over there on your side of things?
I can find the archfey that wish to be found. so I can find the Forest Queen and some of the others who do not hide themselves.
Trying to get a message to the Forgotten Prince. So,
Have you spoken to Puzzle Dust?
I have not. I was trying to exhaust every other possible option before taking that one. So,
Good thinking.
There are, I think, people who cast spells that will let you talk to creatures from other planes.
Arlo. And Ari like looks at me like, thanks, River. And a part of me loves the visual. I'm not excited of Ari like turning in his bathroom and like running inside with it like flapping behind him.
Naruto running.
Does this...
River keeps talking as Ari runs.
Ari doesn't actually run anyway.
No, I know.
But I absolutely would not do that with the Forgotten Prince because he...
Are we interrupting anything? Like, is this okay?
This is fine.
Should we only use this in emergencies? Or is like just chit chat, catching up?
No,
How you doing?
it's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
I am in command here, and I don't think you can interrupt me.
Well, that feels impressive.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it? Are you oppressed?
Impressive.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
I am so sorry. Impressive. Yeah.
Got it.
I think of all the things we know, River is not one of the oppressed. Now!
That's right.
Although she probably hides oppressed. So if you need to help some, she probably has some.
I'll spend a couple more days here first, I think.
Do you not think I have a prest yet? I could look for one.
I think that's okay. But thank you.
You are welcome.
Well, I guess we should talk to Arlo then, huh? And we might be having made some trouble with an archfey, so we should probably get onto that.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
That's what
I'm
I've
glad
already
we
got
know the tree
trouble with,
works.
so.
It feels like that happened very quickly, but time is different there, so maybe it has been much time there.
Literally hours after they got back.
No.
Did happen.
One sleep. We slept one time.
That is very fast.
Yeah.
That's how we do things.
Yeah.
But it was really good to talk to you again, Keeper.
It was very nice to hear from you.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well. Bye.
Good keeping. Nope, she can't.
Thank
see me
you.
wave.
And then Pog walks softly up to the tree, and I don't know if you can feel this, but I'm giving you a fist bump. Just lightly bumps the tree.
There's a pause, and then a branch of the tree leans down and whaps you real hard on the head.
Thank you.
Awesome. Great job, Keeper.
We're gonna work on this.
Did that
I'm
work?
so happy.
Yeah,
So good.
I think that's
It
the
did.
best
So
response.
good.
I think
So
we might be
good.
able to adopt that on our end in terms of when Pod
Oh,
goes
do
through
we?
this stuff.
Noted. Got it. Will do, Ari.
She is so strong.
And Pog takes off playfully, chasing Ari to smack him on the back of the neck for this proposition.
Ari goes running into the house.
Okay.
Arlo!
Not even going to his
When-
area, just in the common space.
I don't know where Arlo is
I-
at any given moment.
Was a professor. People didn't just shout at me across the room, across the house.
That must have
Isn't
been
it
so
so
boring.
much better?
Oh man.
And how many times were they in a bathroom when they did it?
Well, that was less uncommon than. Never mind.
Huh. Huh.
We have fun. I need to talk to the Forgotten Prince. If you can.
Why?
I have a pact with him, so I mean, it won't be like unexpected for me to call him. But
Yes, you still haven't sat for the interview that I want to write that.
Oh,
paper,
right.
But
yeah. Which we can absolutely do that. I mean, I have nothing going on today. No, we sent a powerful.
Eric's just asking for it. That's what's happening.
Really
here. Eric's
I
just
love
asking.
that our day off is like, how many things can we?
We rest weird.
I'm just gonna say how relaxed I am, so and not in danger I am, over and over again.
I left my spell slots on my nightstand when I got it this morning.
No peril at all. I'm just gonna leave the windows unlocked tonight.
So we gave the super evil sword to the Forgotten Prince for his horde, and then last night we told the people looking for the sword, the Emerald Claw, that he has the sword. So we just want to give him a heads up to say, please don't give it to them, and if they try to make a deal for it, give us a chance to beat their offer, I guess.
I see.
Yeah. So, can you help with that?
Well, I might be able to cause you to travel. Well, no. The Forgotten Prince.
I don't want that.
Is notoriously difficult. I could get you into the Feywild. But
Do you know of a way that we could just send a message to another plane, to a person that I've met before?
Yes, I know that such a spell exists, but it is a very potent spell and well beyond my capabilities.
Oh no. We're not gonna go buy a spell again, are we?
We're not. Didn't even use this stinking thing, and Ari holds up the eye.
What's your warlock spell level, Eric?
5th level?
Okay, this is a 5th level warlock spell that you are looking for.
Oh. Did I just not take
That's
it?
convenient.
Probably.
I love that you left everything else in your room, but you have the eye.
The eye in
You are
my
in a
back, in my robe
bathrobe.
pocket.
Oh,
With
why?
a loose eyeball.
It'll come in handy.
This is a spell called Contact Other Plane.
Oh yeah, there it is. Huh. Well, I guess when I level, I can I can pick.
Good
this
thing we've been
spell.
adventuring so hard.
Yep.
I mean, you just leveled. Did you get a new spell?
Yeah.
Do you want to trade it?
Mm.
You haven't used it yet. I'll make a
Yeah.
deal with you.
No.
Ooh.
Stop. Oh my god. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, I'll do this. Yeah. Ugh.
I love this spell. This is such a good spell.
Ari realizes, oh, I think I could do this. Okay. Well, and Ari like mentally thinks really hard
What a,
and casts Contact Other Plane.
oh, just
you
right
can-
now. Okay.
You can be
Oh,
You can be
good
the-
heavens.
you can be here for this, Arlo, if you want. You can take notes and witness.
We went to where he is. This poor dude's space just got taken over and you're contacting another plane. You can be here if you want.
It's gonna get weird.
I love that we asked him to then go, never mind. We got
Hey,
it.
Ari, make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh God, I am not proficient in intelligence saves. I am going to push
You're
that
well rested.
roll of a 10.
That would be great.
You're
That
well
would be
rested.
super great.
I'm
Oh,
gonna push that roll.
sorry.
10 to 8. We can almost only go up.
22.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
You're
I'm kicking myself that I
as-
pushed because narratively it would have been fun for the first time for it to.
That's true. For it to go terribly wrong. As you start, Arlo is still hasn't noticed that you've begun, and so he's still talking while he's doctoring his tea, and says, "Of course, it is a very high level spell, and when casting it, I have seen people be driven entirely insane. One person's brain melted." And ran out of his ears. And
They're just
you're doing
gray,
it.
You just
gray
watched
glowing
that
mist
happen?
rolling out of Ari's eye socket. as he's
Ari?
sitting
No,
there.
I didn't just watch it happen. I stared in horror.
Is that gonna happen right now?
I don't know. Let's watch. And hopefully not stare in horror.
Too late.
Well, it is too late to stop him. He has done it.
And I'm in
evidenced
horror.
by his seeming absence from us. Ari.
When did the brain start melting?
Right about
Pretty
now.
quickly. I think. I think if it hasn't. Yeah.
Pug's
Give
gonna
it
go
a
look
minute or
in
two,
Ari's
and
ear.
we're probably past the danger zone. Ari, you're kind of still here, but also not.
Oh.
You're really layers of reality are overlapping kaleidoscopically all around you.
What's in this coffee?
And you are suddenly standing in the vast plain of discarded items.
Here we are again.
Sitting near you on a throne made of discarded things is the Forgotten Prince. He leans back, folds one leg over another, and says, "It's been a very long time since anyone's contacted me this way."
It's my first time, so bear with me.
You survived.
Which one?
Contacting me, making contact, reaching your brain
Oh.
across planes. You survived, and you don't appear to be insane.
Well, I guess if I were, I wouldn't know it, but I don't feel like I am. So I'm gonna consider that a win.
Well, what can I do for you? I believe,
Well,
per the terms of the particular bargain that you have struck by casting this spell, I owe you 5 answers.
yeah. The first bit of business is just a warning, heads up. Do you know where that malevolent sword that I sent here is currently?
Somewhere around here.
Well,
I have a system.
Oh, fair enough. There's a group of people hunting the sword. It's the reason we sent it here to you, is to keep it out of their hands. And we were in the middle of taking something that was stolen from somebody and returning it to them. Long story short, we could not afford to get into a street fight. They were threatening that, so we told them where the sword was, that it was in your possession. I figure, you being a powerful archfey that you are, it wouldn't be any danger to you, but I wanted to let you know that they know that you have it.
Interesting.
And if they come offering a deal for it, just, we go way back. It'd be appreciated if you would give me a chance to beat their offer, whatever they were offering you for the sword. Just because we really don't want them to have it.
Perhaps.
Fair enough. How many? Well, I'm not going to ask you that because that would count as one.
I'm going to say you're down to 3 questions because
Okay.
you asked whether he knew where the sword was, and I'm going to count what you just said as asking if he would give you a chance to counter.
Yeah. Is there? Something like that sword. You would ask a pretty high price for something like that out of your hoard if you were willing to part with it at all, right?
I like to think I ask a pretty high price for all of my treasures.
Oh, no arguments here. Trying to think of what else I could ask with my final 2 questions. Any thoughts, meta textually, gang?
Metatextually, the spell will end in about 20 seconds.
Oh yeah, it's a minute-long duration. Son of a gun.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I'm
don't have
pausing the
anything
narrative
helpful,
time,
I'm so
Philip. How long until how long until the next thing? It feels like it's been dormant for a minute. Like,
And you wake up in the dining room.
I told you I was
Dog has
pausing
his
narrative
hands-
time.
Dog has his fingers just at the base of his ears to make sure that nothing's leaking. Oh,
Hello.
welcome back.
Your brain's not melted.
No, he's good. No brains.
Was that a possibility?
Oh, yes, I was trying to explain it when you decided to cast the spell.
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up, Arlo.
I was in the middle of offering you a
He
heads
gave
up.
us a heads up, and you lit your eyes on smoke.
Forgotten Prince has been told that it is what it is, and yeah, so whatever.
And he's not going to give it to them.
I mean, he did not say that. I asked him if he is going to offer them the sword to give me a chance to beat their offer, and he said perhaps. So, as forthcoming as ever.
It's not no.
It's not no. So, his throne is made of junk, like just stuff everywhere. It's like a area of just stuff, and then he's fashioned some of it into a big chair for himself. It's very strange.
That's weird.
That seems uncomfortable.
I agree. I mean, I guess if there were a bunch of pillows that people had thrown out that you could but it didn't look like he had specifically gotten soft things. It was just
Missing individual socks.
yes.
Gross.
I have a bigger problem with other people's pillows because they weren't washed before they were thrown out. So that's just a bunch of people's
And the socks
face
were?
oil. I only lose my socks in the dryer.
I was going to say, they always disappear in the dryer.
Dirty socks, I find. Clean socks, no, those go missing.
Yeah. So brain melting possibility. Good to know. Anything else I should know about that spell that I just cast?
Oh, well, I have seen people go entirely insane by the process of throwing their mind across a plane while not
Noted.
taking their body there.
Okay.
You are essentially separating your existence into two places that operate on different laws of reality. It's very dangerous.
It doesn't sound great. Yeah.
Complicated.
But it can be very useful.
I bet. Okay, well.
Is there like a
cool.
standard way to avoid insanity or brain melting?
Having a strong mind.
If there's anything I've got, it's
Doesn't
maybe. I don't
seem
know.
helpful.
A strong mind is very helpful.
I'm really glad it's not more specific than that.
Do you just decide? My mind is strong.
No, it's a matter of training like any other part of
I
yourself.
read a lot. Think
That's
about
good.
stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
No.
Have you ever heard of a ghost guardian?
Ghost
Ooh.
Guardian. Say more words.
Like from the Church of the Silver Flame, if someone was bound to the Silver Flame, then it's like this, and he's gonna summon the echo right next to me.
Oh,
This is
Interesting.
Minnie, and yes, and
like a little girl's name, Minnie?
I think it's many, like M-A, like a lot.
Oh, like there are many beings. I see.
Like Legion might be a better, but
that has an ominous connotation.
cool. Anyway,
Yes, I'm sorry.
they're right here.
Let's to the library. And Arlo gets up and
Would
walks
it
into
be-
the library.
would it be notable, Philip, that Pog can speak to the flame? Like, is that a thing that when he told us that like should have been a bigger deal, or like?
I suppose it depends on how your character feels about faith, because many worshippers of the flame would say that they speak to the flame and that the flame speaks to them.
But Pog doesn't do metaphors that way. Like, if Pog says a flame's talking to him,
Well, yes, but it's also true that many worshippers of the flame would say that the flame speaks to them and not mean it metaphorically.
fair enough. Okay.
But it's a matter of whether you accept that as a literal truth or whether you accept that as their way of expressing their conscience or some other, thing about themselves. So I guess it depends on how, if you think that Pog is correct and that the flame is speaking to him in a literal voice, that would probably surprise you. It doesn't strike me that Ari would interpret worshippers of the Silver Flame as literally hearing a voice from the fire.
Yeah. No.
So for Pog to be actually hearing a voice would probably surprise Ari.
Ari would just mention that in passing to Arlo also, that also Pog can hear voices in the flame when he's at the church. Don't know if that plays into the Ghost Guardian thing or not, but
Arlo starts looking among the shelves.
sorry, buddy. I don't know if you wanted that shared. I was just thought it might help him figure it more out.
Yep. No, that's fine.
He glances into a corner and says, Irving, Ghost Guardian in
Irving.
the sense of the Silver Flame. Oh. Yes. I did once speak to a skull that discussed this idea. My understanding is the Silver Flame, as understood in Corvair, is but one interpretation of contact with a vast plane-spanning entity that
Of
goes
many.
by, well, the belief of the Silver Flame is that when adherents die, their spirits join with the flame, and so in that sense, the flame would be made up of many spirits. But in this case, most in Corvair speak of the binding of the Silver Flame, but there is a tribe of orcs living in the mountains on the edge of the Demon Wastes, who refer to a binding flame rather than a silver flame.
That's the one, yes.
There also is a tribe of, I've heard rumors of a tribe of Yonti that worship the silver flame in another manifestation and are colorfully feathered like the Coatl were supposed to be in the ancient world. But only heard of that, and whether it's so, I cannot say. But these orcs refer to their belief system as being a Gosh Kala, which I am given to understand in orc could mean something translatable as a ghost guardian.
That's what I was told. The binding flame. That's why whoever is one of me who chose me to watch over is in them, from the binding flame to me with the others that are them.
I see. So you are saying that one particular spirit that is joined to the flame
Yes.
is still seeking to interact with you.
Well, they're protecting me in particular, at least. When I talk to many,
Fascinating.
They don't know who it was because they're not alive anymore. Yeah, this is Minnie. They are a bunch of them, and they aren't who they were when they were alive and here. So I don't know who or from where.
This is very fascinating. If what you're saying is true, then what you have here in our presence is a physical proof of the concept that souls in service to the flame die and become joined to it.
That's what I have here, yes. That's what they said they are.
Well, if it's true, it's fascinating either way, but if it's true, it's quite remarkable. Unfortunately, the Gash Kala do not give interviews.
Do their skulls?
I have only ever encountered one. I do not still have it in my possession. I cannot draw a spirit out of this being as my means of, to speak to. I cannot draw an individual spirit out to speak to without access to their physical remains. So if we could find the physical remains of one of the many in this being, then we could theoretically ask questions of an individual. But barring that, I have no means of separating one out for speech.
Interesting.
This has been so much teaching in one day.
It's been a heck of a day
I
off.
am curious, Pog. This sort of thing is, my understanding, something that happens. Well, those who speak to the flame are traditionally followers of the flame. Are you?
I haven't signed up for anything, But it talked to me first, if that's what you mean. I mean, I believe in it because they're here, but I don't like believe in it because I prayed to it. I didn't before it talked to me.
He wasn't seeking a voice in the flame.
If that's what
before
you
he
mean.
heard
Yes.
a voice in the flame.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, that's all fascinating. I wish I had more to tell you about the Gashkala, but they are a secretive sect of the flame, my understanding is. Very focused on the demon wastes and the terrors that live there. Not so concerned with the mundane problems of the greater Corvair.
Does anybody ever leave the Gashkala? Like, could we find a former member?
I have never heard of someone leaving the Gashkala, but again, being a somewhat secretive organization, they probably wouldn't answer questions like that.
Do you think they would answer questions if I had them with me?
Oh, I should think so, but you would have quite a long journey.
They are very far away.
I get that. I'm just curious about what the options are in the world.
I would certainly imagine that they could answer more questions if you could find one to speak to.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
Wow.
Well,
Oh, that was all. I just needed them to know about you.
Irving, do you know of anybody that would want to buy this? And Hari holds the eyeball up. We bought it for a job last night, and we don't need it, and I spent a lot of gold on it.
what is it?
It can detect magic 4 times.
Oh,
Dude just held up an eyeball between his fingers.
By the ocular nerve, yeah.
am capable of casting that ritual on my own, and do not therefore need.
Do you know anybody that might be in the market for it?
Do you know where the eye came from?
A hag. Well, I don't know. That's who sold me the eye.
I
But
would not
I
tell anyone you wish to sell the eye to that is the origin of the eye.
Well, it's not a hag's eye per se. I just bought it
But a hag
with gold.
sold you the eye.
With gold, there was no contracts involved. I was very,
All the same, I would not purchase that. No,
wonder if they take refunds.
Ooh.
probably not.
Hmm.
But you could
She
certainly
probably
try.
still wants your eye. Well,
No, she didn't want my
eye.
eyes, remember? She wanted your eyes because my eyes are bad for some reason, which I find offensive personally. But Ari puts the eye back in his pocket.
Might be handy later.
Yeah, it was a lot of gold, but it's fine.
That's what you get for calling an audible in the middle of eyes. And on that very strange note, I think we'll wrap this episode up. Thank you all so much for watching. We hope that this checking in on lots of things episode was interesting to you. And if you'd like to talk to us or let us know your feelings on the crispiness or lack thereof of your bacon,
Just cook the bacon.
do so in comments down below.
In the microwave, like you do. Like
Okay.
In the description, you will also find links to all of our social media, to the Geek Pantheon YouTube channel, where you can find Eric doing all sorts of D&D content, and to Colin's Twitch, where he is sorry BTR. The O is 0. New episodes of Khyber Shards every Monday. New Khyber Shards answers every Friday. And until next time, thanks for rolling with us.